ever sat down at your computer and stared at an assignment for hours knowing exactly what you should be doing, but you still couldn't get started? Or maybe you've promised yourself that you'd keep up with deadlines this time, only to end up in another all-nighter and panic spiral. That right there, that's executive functioning at work. Or rather, not working. And for college students especially, it's the difference between thriving and just barely surviving. I'm Amy. I'm a behavior analyst, a college ADHD coach, and a mom who has launched 3 kids to college in the last 5 years. Executive functioning skills are about all I ever think about. Welcome to this video. All of those academic tasks have a backdrop that have to occur for them all to occur without struggle. So let's break it down. Executive functioning is a set of skills that help you get things done. Think of it as your brain's CEO. It's planning, it's prioritizing, it's organizing, it's shifting tasks, and managing emotions. These skills include things like task initiation, actually starting that paper or that assignment or that house project, not just thinking about it for 3 days. Working memory, remembering what your professor said 5 minutes ago and applying it. Or remembering what the customer ordered and ordering it correctly. Time management, estimating how long things will take. Hint, it's always longer than what you think. Always longer than what you think. Organization, knowing where your files are, what's what, and when what is due. Emotional control, managing frustration instead of rage quitting an assignment. Sustained attention, keeping focus even when it's boring or really, really hard. Flexibility, switching gears when plans change without spiraling. Now, when these things are strong, we make decisions, we can meet goals, and we can handle life pretty well. When they're weak, even simple things like getting to class on time can feel nearly impossible. So how do you know if executive functioning might be a problem for you? Here's some signs we see all the time. Constantly procrastinating, even on really important stuff. Starting but not finishing tasks. Needing multiple reminders to do everyday things. Feeling completely overwhelmed, even by the really small to-do list. Meltdowns over changes in plans. You're always running late, forgetting appointments, or losing stuff. And here's the kicker. These are not character flaws. They're skill gaps. And like any skill, they can be learned or supported. In high school, there were scaffolds everywhere, or touch points, or structures, or routines, whatever you want to call them. There were reminders, there were late work policies. Even just the routine of your day is a scaffold that helps your executive functioning skills know what to expect and when, and organize those tasks within that day. In college, those invisible supports kind of vanish. And now suddenly you, the student, are in charge completely of your own schedule. Never before in your life have you had this much unstructured time. Assignments, meals, medications, doctor's appointments, everything is on your own schedule, and you're supposed to figure out how to organize it all. This transition can be tough for any student, but for students with ADHD or learning differences, the executive functioning gap can feel like a huge canyon. So let's look at some numbers. About 30% of students with ADHD drop out of college in their first year. Less than 15% of students with ADHD graduate on time, and only 30% of ADHD students graduate within 6 years. Most universities don't provide adequate, proactive support for executive functioning. So even if accommodations are available, the college might give you extra time or a note taker, but they're not going to sit beside you while you plan your week or talk you through an email to your professor. That's where executive functioning coaching comes in. Executive functioning coaching is not tutoring. It's not therapy. It's personalized strategy support that helps students learn how to manage life, not just survive it. Here's what executive functioning coaching might include. Try to say that 3 times fast. Breaking down long-term projects into daily tasks. Building routines that stick, even for people who hate routines. Practicing self-advocacy and communication skills. Learning how to prioritize things, make decisions, and follow through in a way that meets your own goals. One student I worked with was failing 3 classes by midterms. He wasn't lazy, he just didn't know how to keep up. So we built a weekly game plan and worked on a dopamine menu for motivation, and he was able to finish the semester with passing every single class. That's what support looks like. We also held him accountable every day in that week. If any of this sounds familiar, whether you're a student or a parent watching this from the sidelines, you're not alone. And more importantly, this is fixable. Here's some action steps for you. Check out our workshop from home to campus to help parents prepare their students for that transition. It's coming up at the end of April. But executive functioning is what actually gets you across that graduation stage. Intelligence gets you into college. Executive functioning skills get you through college. Here's the thing. We work with so many students that had they have had our support, they would have saved so much time. And 75% of our students come to us after they've had a major failure experience. And I can't imagine how much more peaceful their college situation would have been if they would have just came to us sooner. Last semester, 93% of our students got every single credit that they enrolled in, and 100% of our students stayed off of academic probation. And that's saying that 75% of our students have had previous failures. So it's not like we're cherry picking students and we only take valedictorians or we only take straight A students. That's not the case at all. We work with students who come back from failure and we do it very well. So I would love to meet you and your student. I would love it if you would like and subscribe. And if you want to know more about executive functioning skills, this is your place. Thanks.